Hello everyone, welcome back to Cross Blitz. Already in the game, because just like I said last time, I was gonna do the final 2 accolades so that we could get into the next chapter right away. Chapter complete. So, about 6 hours of playtime. We did all the missions. Let's get to the next chapter. I can't believe the day has finally come. Frostfall Shrine, at last. Master Rishu, I pray that the rumors are true and I'll find you there. And to think that Nilby and I may be able to share a cup of tea with you again. And there's an event. It looks like we are meeting Rishu right away. Seto and Nomi, alongside their new companions Quill and Gizmo, arrive at the entrance to Frostfall Shrine. An aged Seafen approaches them, a warm smile spread across his wrinkled face. Do my eyes deceive me? I expected a few more visitors to the shrine, but never would I have imagined they would be two of my finest students. How I have missed you both. Master Rishu, it really is you. Master, it's been a really long time. I'm so glad you're okay. I was hopeful I'd find you here, but part of me was doubtful. Dry those tears, my boy, for this reunion is a time of joy. For some, maybe. Nilmi, I sense your frustration with me. The circumstances of my abrupt departure forced me into a terrible bind. I will explain in due time. But before that, would you be so kind as to introduce me to your traveling companions? How discourteous of me. This is Quill and his friend Gizmo. Beep boop. Greetings, Master Rishu. Based on description, you look much older than I anticipated. Nice to meet you, Gramps. Gizmo, Quill, Master Rishu deserves your utmost respect. I take no offense. I've encountered far cruder greetings than this, I assure you. Has the tournament started yet? Because I'm here to compete. You have arrived just in time. It is about to begin. What good fortune. And if you were unaware, the winner will be bestowed with the esteemed title of Frostfall Grand Champion, with the honor of visiting the sacred inner sanctum alongside myself. A blessed privilege. I'll go prepare then. Seto, I'll catch up with you later. Master, please forgive Nomi's behavior. It seems she's taken your absence quite hard. There's nothing to forgive. Her anger is justified. For the time being, we must focus on the tournament. I take it you will be entering as well? Yes, it'll be an excellent opportunity to test myself. I hope to make you proud by performing honorably. Oh, Seto, my boy, do not compete for my sake. Though I am excited to see how much you have grown since we were last together. By the way, Karin, I got my own reasons for being here. I'm looking for someone. Someone who I think is here for this big tournament. If he ain't a good guy, if you know what I mean. Number of wizards are staying at the shrine. Unfortunately, my eyes are not what they used to be, so any description you might provide will be of little help, I'm afraid. However, I have a request that may aid you in your search. Seto, my boy. Yes, master. A number of the tournament participants are suffering from strange ailments, all of which seem to have surfaced shortly after arriving here. As Grand Monk of Frostfall Shrine, I would humbly task you with aiding them so they can compete without hindrance. I will do all that I can to help them, master. You have my word. So what? You want me to help too? That is up to you, though what better way to gather information than to meet the tournament participants face to face? Tch, guess I don't got much of a choice. Fine, I'll help out. Where should we begin, master? Head further into the shrine. I believe one of the tournament entrants is suffering from the peculiar virus. Now, I must be off. There are still last-minute preparations to be made. We will talk more later, when we have a moment to ourselves. Yes, Master Rishu. I'm very much looking forward to that. I'm so relieved to see him safe and sound. Nice enough guy, though he's really using us, huh? Why are we stuck helping everyone with their problems? We don't work here. To help others is a sacred, dutiful mission of our order. Besides, with no leads on your end, this will only benefit your search. And I'll do everything in my power to help you too. Let's get on with it then. I'm itching to find this guy before he gets up to no good. Right, that was quite a long introduction. I hope it doesn't take us long to see our first battle. Although we unlock a couple of cards before that. We got Kaze Split. Add 3 candles to your hand. So we've actually seen this card before. It's the card spawned by Bullet Fist. So this is a quicker way to get candles. You only have to play 1 card instead of 2. You only have to spend 3 mana instead of 6. But of course you don't get the additional benefit of dealing some damage as well. We got Jab Gloves. Give a friendly minion +1 power, deal damage equal to its power to all enemy minions. So a pretty nice board clear if you have some kind of big minion. We might actually want to have that, especially if we manage to get our ultimate, the Jumancher, because 19 damage to everything will clear just about every minion there is in this game, I'm pretty sure. Then we also have... I'm stuck in the deck menu again, aren't I? Yeah, because I wasn't able to open the card shop again. We also have Ocean. After a friendly minion dies, deal 3 damage to a random enemy minion. I have used this a couple of times in the roguelike mode, and it's not very good, to be honest. 5 mana, so it comes quite late, and 3/3 means it dies pretty quickly as well. So if it survives 1 turn, it can be nice if you have a couple of candles in hand. Generally speaking, though, I think there are better ways in the blue faction to deal damage to enemy minions, like the Jab Gloves, for example. And yeah, we've seen all the other ones already. So let me buy the gloves. And we also have a relic shop. Maybe we get an Elder Relic. And we also have our first enemy here. And it's some corrupted robot. Or the corrupting program. Turns that deal 2 draconic damage to your hero. Draw a card. Ooh. That is spicy. So double the draw. And, well, he takes damage in return. But 2 damage isn't that much. So, yeah. Kind of scary. We have Frostfire G. Whenever you target an enemy minion with a pyro spell, freeze it. Ooh. And since it activates on targeting, that means that this relic triggers before damage is dealt, if I understand that correctly. So basically, double damage to all of your pyro spells. Yeah, that is a pretty nice Elder relic. Not what we are doing though. We've seen the white belt already, buffs brawler minions by killing other brawler minions. Then we have Wingrise People Staff. After you play a frost spell, the next death minion you summon gains +1/+1. Okay, so that is a frost spell relic, because it's so far, at least it's the only deck that has death minions. And of course it also uses frost spells. Yeah, seems alright. Although +1/+1 to a minion that mostly is gonna die very quickly, because that's what you want to do with death rattle minions. Yeah, it's fine. Hot Pot. After you cast a pyro spell, add an ingredient to your hand. Ooh, I like this one. Because sometimes we are struggling with getting enough ingredients to get our Jumanji out early. So that is a great addition. And yeah, so let's buy this. And now we actually have to make a choice for our relics. I want to keep the Rumble Ring, because the Rumble Ring can produce 2 pyro spells at the start of battle. So that means we have 2 guaranteed ingredients. Now the question is, what's the last relic we want to equip? I am thinking of either our fish relic that makes expensive spells cheaper, or our frost charm, which buffs our frost spells. So maybe I want to try to replace some of our frost spells with pyro spells. First, let's see what our missions are here. Scorch 3 tiles, defeat the enemy, defeat him fast, and kill some kind of specific type of enemy. I don't have anything that can scorch tiles yet. Well, I do. It's the Rumble Ring and the Blaze Fist, but we only get 2 of those, so let's visit the little crafting station and see if I get anything that can scorch tiles. We have the Norfin. I've seen all of those. Anything on the level grid? None of the cards that we unlocked yet. And this last archetype is something we unlock later on. Let's revisit the shop one more time, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Doesn't look like it. So, let's see. I think I want to put my jabs back in, because that's effectively 6 more pyro spells in the deck. And it only takes up 2 card slots. And you know, playing a jab for an ingredient actually makes it worthwhile, kinda, because 2 mana for 1 damage isn't really a good exchange rate. You just play it to get gut blow, but 2 mana for 1 damage and an ingredient, that is quite nice. Then so maybe I wanna change out my Cyclone Blasts. I do like the AoE of it quite a bit. I could replace it with Jab Gloves. I think that's not great though, because we are only gonna have 1 Geomancer probably per game, and all of our other minions don't really have the stats to make it worth, because all the minions are just focused on producing ingredients. So Bullet Fist is not really a lot of damage, at least not later on when I want the board clears to make way for the Geomancer. So Firestorm Fury would be an option. It is a Pyro spell. It's a bit more expensive than the Cyclone Blast. The summoning of Kendos is not particularly relevant. I mean, it's 2 damage to everything and 3 to 4 damage to the front row, basically. Because the Kendos attack the front row. I think I will keep the Cyclone Blast for now. And I will use the Frost Charm as long as we have the Cyclone Blast, because going from 4 to 6 damage on a spell that can hit up to 4 minions, I think is worth it. And so far, I didn't really have issues with mana, because I'm mostly playing a lot of cheap cards. So I think that stronger spells are more important to me than cheaper spells. Right, let's fight Guts. Bzz. Critical error. Critical error. What's wrong with him? Beep. Scanners detect that he has been infected by a malicious piece of software. He must be one of the tournament participants who needs help. Is there something we can do? Boop. Affirmative, Mr. Seto. If we can purge the virus from his system, he should return to normal. Bzz. Danger detected. In immediate proximity. Arming weapons. Once he is in a subdued state, I can hack into his operational system and exterminate the corruption. So we'll smack him around a bit. Easy. Then let us aid this poor suffering Roboman with great haste. Battle commence. Alright, and we drew our legendary. Very nice, very nice. I want to keep one of our zealous cooks, definitely. I kind of want a cheap cook in my starting hand, but I'd prefer it to be one of the one-banner chefs. And we have 8 of those in the deck. We might redraw this one as well. So basically, if we get rid of 2 cards, have 2 1 in 3 chances to get that. And we got 2. That's very nice. And of course, we pick Blaze Fist. I mean, that's already the thing I like to pick most, but now with our new hot pot, we have even more incentive to do that. We get some fish. I like that. Because if we get some spice... Alright, we didn't get spice. I wanna... Am I fine with playing another sous chef? I think I am. I have 2 cooks in hand, so I have plenty of time to draw back another cook once we've played them. Cursed Wisp. Fill this row with Cursed Wisps and deal that much damage to your hero. Ooh. Yeah, so a lot of fast play in this one. You know, taking damage for that extra draw, stuffing the board. That's... And we also have a malfunctioning menace. On plate, gain +1/+1 for each damage your hero has taken this turn. Oh, so yeah. Capitalizing off that self-damage as well. We don't have anything that, in terms of missions, where we have to get, where we have to keep our HP. So I'm fine with taking that 6 or 7 damage. Because I want to play my Zealous Cook, and if I play him here, he dies right away. And I want to get a little bit of value out of him. So we have fish and grain. So we can either heal one of our minions, or we can get a spell. I'm gonna get a spell, so we need to play the grain first, then the fish, then I'm gonna cook Octoramen. And we will complete the kill enemy wisp mission right away. And he will play more Cursed Wisps. Well, our Zealous Cook dies immediately anyway. Now things are getting a little spicy. So I think I will play a Cyclone Blast. We will take 4 damage, but he can't play any more of those robots because, or if he does, they are not going to be that strong because he can play them if he plays a Cursed Wisp, and if he plays a Cursed Wisp, then there is no more space on the board. Yeah. Or maybe there is. I didn't see what card he played. Just was some sort of sacrifice a minion card. We drew our silence. So we can take this down to a 1/1. Yeah, this... I don't like this position. So maybe silence, play both fists. That costs us 3 mana. I can heal up with the Octoramen. Yeah. I think I will do that. Maybe play the Octoramen first, because maybe we don't need to play the silence spell. Okay. Fortunately, we didn't get to see a more expensive spell. But I will play silence. I will play 2 fist cards, and the way I want to do it, I think, is to target 2 different roles. Because if I target enemies in the same row, he might play a Cursed Wisp and get 2 instead of 1. Although with the Scorch Tile I can also kill 2 instead of 1. Yeah. We have Spice. Okay. Well, Spice and Fish is good. Blood Oath. It's kill one of your own minions and draw 2 cards. So let me play Fish. Let me play Spice. Let me block 1 lane. Right now we are taking 3, 4 or 5 damage. So we should be okay. One more meal and we can summon the Jumancha. And we also have 1 Cyclone Blast in hand. Ooh, double strike. That is unfortunate. Maybe I should have played the Itamai Takunori in front of the gut spot. He would have survived with 1 HP, but I kind of want to keep the legendary effect. Well, if I place the Sous Chef, we will be able to survive the gut spot. We have We have 2 spices again. Well, anyway, I will get another sous chef. I will summon a Jumancha. Can I lock some lane to influence the placement? I have a sous chef and a zealous cook. Although, I think I will play the ultimate immediately. Because if I do, I can start recharging my ultimate again. Not that it matters, because the fight should be over next turn, but... Okay, yeah, that is the ideal spot. And... I'll play the sous chef in front of the other gut spot. Which gives us another lemon plum shrimp. And we also have fish and spice again. What was the other thing we get from fish and spice? Oh, I don't know yet, because I've only ever played the fish and spice in that order, because that card is just so good. So let's find out what spice and then fish does. Can play it here. And oh, draw a card and deal pyro damage equal to its cost. That's actually not bad either. So let me write that down. The random damage is probably not gonna be that great most of the time, because if it's a cheap card, then it won't do a lot of damage, or it might hit a minion that doesn't matter. But generating draw spells is quite nice. So yeah, let me play the Zealous Cook. Generate even more dishes. Oh, yeah, the gut spot keeps getting stronger. Fortunately, now it's dead. And we will... What's funny is we could actually ignore the silence and activate our Jumancha through the second ultimate. Although what I want to see is whether I can get a second Jumancha, so... Let's do that. Now we have our 1818. Let's get the crab roll. Get the plum shrimp. Get the other plum shrimp, and... Well, it says that if I control one, it removes inanimate from it, but there is no inanimate to remove from the Jumancha. So, I'm kind of curious what will happen now. Nothing. Okay. Good to know. But, yeah, we are winning just in time for the mission as well. Victory. Yeah, if we get our legendary minion, that makes it so much easier to get our ultimate. We unlocked Aura Guard. Give a minion barrier and add a copy of it to your hand. Yeah, it can be fine for like value generating minions. You keep the minion on the board, and if you lose it anyway, you can play it again. It's a bit niche, I would say. Doesn't go with every deck, but when it's good, it's pretty alright. So yeah, it doesn't matter where we put in our next level point. But yeah, I don't think it's anything for our deck, because 90% of our minions are gonna be just cooks that will generate the remaining 10%, which is the big Geomancer, who's already not gonna die anyway. Although copying the Geomancer and adding it to our hand is kind of funny, not gonna lie. Critical system functions restored. Social programs back online. He seems to be feeling better. Amazing work, Gizmo. Beep boop. Haha. You are most welcome, Mr. Seto. I enjoy helping my own kind almost as much as I enjoy destroying them. I think you've got a few crews loose, but what else is new? Thank you, friendly organics. Your aid is much appreciated. Initiating scan. Tournament opponent number 1, Seto of the Seaside Order. I look forward to facing you in battle. May the best warrior win. What? I'm your first opponent? Boop. It seems he has written the full tournament bracket to his data storage unit. Having entered his system myself, I too have seen this data. The arena for your first match is just beyond this room, Mr. Seto, back in the direction from where we came. Then let's get going. Quicker you clean up, the quicker we can move on to the next sorry sack that needs helping. Doubt this bugger Bowles knows anything about the guy I'm after. Okay. Right. Yeah. We are in a tournament arc. I see. I'll get some money. And we'll return once we have another way of making Scorch Tiles. We are fighting a second Gutspot. Oh no, it's probably... Yeah, no, it's probably the Gutspot we just fought, but... So... First battle of the tournament. Our missions are play 1 chef minion. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be very, very difficult for us. Kill 2 enemy golem minions in a single turn. Okay, yeah, we have a Cyclone Blast, so shouldn't be a problem either. And play 1 Pyro spell. Yeah, well, also not a problem. We don't have to adjust our deck at all. All the missions play right into our build. Let me think if I want to get that Aura Guard we just unlocked. I mean, actually the Zalis Cook and Itamai Takanori are legendary. Kind of appreciate it. Now that I think about it. I don't know if I have the space in the deck though. I mean, how much are those Coral Cooks doing anyway? Maybe I can cut the Coral Cooks. I put them in so that I had enough chefs to create dishes, but if I can start printing more sous chefs, which so far has worked out very well, I don't need to be that desperate for extra cooks, so maybe I can actually cut out a couple of coral cooks. So yeah, let's Melt Aura Guard. I don't think I want too many of those. Because there aren't that many minions who need that spell. Let's see. I am also really curious to find out whether I can create a Joe Muncher in my hand. So we are entering the arena and there is Announcer Tsuki. And I'm gonna skip over a bit again because I want to get to the fight. Yeah, we got this RoboChamp. No threat for us. Gizmo is cheering us on as well. Let the fight commence. We go first. Nice, 2 sous chefs. So I don't need the Coral Cook. I will keep the Cyclone Blast just so we can get our mission for killing golems. Pick up a couple of Blaze Fists. And we got some grain. Jackpots. Oh yeah, let's see what his relics are. Blueprints. Blueprints give more health. Starting golems have more health. And he has 2 blueprints. Yeah. So let's jump block. I may wanna play the Harmony to get rid of the stat boosts. But I wanna do that after he's played a couple of more minions, so I get a little bit more value. I think that means I'm keeping the Blaze Fists as well. End our turn with 1 mana. Double strike, that's a little painful. Okay, yeah, now he's kind of starting to become a threat, so I'll play the Harmony. I'll punch him. And grain again. Oh, that's quite unfortunate. So we still can't cook anything. Gut spot. But so this thing can get very scary. After you summon a golem, cast a blueprint on this. I said that scaling minions usually aren't that much of a threat, but there are a couple of blueprints that can protect the gut spot. So if he keeps getting barrier blueprints and if he keeps getting buffs, then this can actually stay on the board for quite a bit and snowball into something that'll kill us. However, he spent all of his mana to play it, and right now we still have a Blaze Fist. So now he's dead. And we have Spice. So that means we have Grain and Spice. We can get 1 more spell. Grain and Spice can either give us 3 damage with Lifesteal or a heal and force attack. Yeah, I prefer the damage lifesteal, so let's play Spice and Grain. By the way, if you're wondering how I know all the recipes, I have a little note open where I wrote down all the recipes, so I can look them up. Unfortunately, there is no in-game feature to do that as of yet. I do kind of hope that they add that somewhere. I mean, when you play an ingredient into and you place one into it as well, then you see what you'll make, but you don't know what ingredient to play first because it doesn't show you before that. Yeah, let's play a cook. A gut spot with some extra health. So yeah, that. Let's make some spice. And then do spice and wheat again. Play another zealous cook. And I think I'll target the gut spot if he doesn't get any health buffs. But he will, because of the bolstered module, where blueprints give health. Yeah. So we can't kill the gut spot this turn. We should be able to do it next turn when we can cook some more wing roast noodles and play another zealous cook. So we can just get rid of the junk bot for now. Okay. Torpedo bot. We keep taking spice. Let's take some fish as well. Ooh, that is fantastic. We are legendary again. So in that case, I will actually make fish and spice. But beforehand, I want to play a Cyclone Blast and get rid of both of the golems, because Torpedo Boat can also clear the board whenever he summons a golem, deal 3 damage randomly split across enemy minions. So if he plays 2 golems, that just wipes out everything we have right now. Now we kill the gut spot, the torpedo bot, get the vision. Things are looking quite good. We can actually do a 3-ingredient meal. So we have something that buffs attack and clears the row. Redeem a minion on the board. Something that clears the column. We have something that buffs health and then basically slams the enemy with that health. So it deals damage, but not based on attack, but based on the health stat. Maybe I want to do that. So crane, fish, spice. And let's do it here. Yeah, +2 health, deal damage equal to itself to all other minions in its column. Oh, I should write that it's a column effect. So if we can keep that until the Geomancer spawn, we can clear anything that is placed in front of it. Another torpedo bot. I want to make some more wing roast noodles. So I'll take some grain. We have spices in hand. I'll take seafood. Then we'll play spice and we will play grain. Then we will play our legendary minion. Then we will kill the torpedo bot. One more meal and we can summon the Geomancer. 7 cards in hand, so that's enough to make 2 ingredients and draw a card. I think I want to get some more cooks, so let's get spice. And right now it seems that spice is the most important ingredient, because I'm always using either grain and spice or fish and spice recipes. What's fish and grain again? Heal and shuffle a copy into the deck, or tutor a spell. Tutor a spell can be good, but no, actually we need a spell tutor, because we don't have the silence in hand for the Geomancer. So yeah, I do need actually. Well, right now we just drew it. So, but yeah, if we didn't draw it, then I would have played the grain and fish, so that we can pull a spell out of our deck, or copy it actually, and put it in hand, because we need the harmony spell to get rid of inanimate on Geomancer. I can play the wing roast noodles. I can summon the Geomancer. Ooh. Yeah, I can... Let's... We don't have enough space right now to cook both meals. Let's see if it goes from left to right. That's what I would expect. Yeah. Great. So now we can play the Tempura, whatever, the Health Slam. So go Geomancer. Oh, it's the entire column, so it kills my minions as well. Should have paid more attention to that. So I will note. I'll write that down in my notes as well. But yeah, it's not anything to worry about, because now that we have the Jumanji on the board and the Gutspot has nothing. Oh! Well, never mind. Yeah. our Jumanji got cluckied. Let's get some spice, and I don't think we have any more space. Yeah, that is quite unfortunate, I will say. Unfortunately for our little friend, we can just do that again. Yeah. Again, as I said before, if we get our legendary minion, that ultimate just builds up so fast. Because the dishes help us get more ingredients as well, so it just scales up. And I don't think it matters anymore what we take, because we didn't get another Borg beam, and we do actually get to see whether Aura Guard works with Jumanji. It should. I mean, there's nothing on the card that says it doesn't, but yep, it does. Well, now we know we can jab him for a little overkill. If I didn't play the Aura Guard, I could not have got blowed, because that would have killed him already, so... Silence everything. Unleash the Muncher. And win. How are we doing on time? Almost at an hour. I think I'll do one more fight. We unlocked Petal Guard. Gain 2 armor, sharpen your katana. Katana, that's a mechanic around which the 4th deck type we haven't unlocked yet is built. And it's basically this attacking spell that gets stronger the more you sharpen it, and you sharpen it by playing certain cards. I'm not sure how good it is, because when it says attack an enemy minion and deal 1 damage, notice how it doesn't say that it deals that damage itself, but it says that you attack. So basically that's an attack performed by your hero, and whenever something attacks, it takes damage from whatever it attacks. So it actually costs you health points to use that katana spell. I guess that's what the armor is for. But yeah. Maybe I'll use that archetype for 1 or 2 fights. I'm sure there's gonna be some kind of sharpen your katana X times mission. And Hailstone. Freeze an enemy minion and every minion in its column, then deal 2 frost damage to them. I really like this spell, because it targets the column instead of the row, meaning that if there's a certain minion that we want to attack, especially if we want to attack the hero, then we can clear all the jump blockers in the way. So I actually really like the idea of Hailstone. But now that I have played the cooking deck quite a bit, I don't know if we really need it, because we can generate spells that clear the column just by cooking meals. So we deliver the final blow. She grabs our arm, and we are the victor. Nice work. Excellent work. Thank you, friends. Oh, and we meet our master again. But our master needs to attend to something else. And we got a nickname. And announce Satsuki. After your first friendly minion dies, each turn draw a card. Yeah. I like this card quite a bit. I'm always sort of mixed on these sort of static effects. But Announce Satsuki is very cheap, so you can most of the time you can exploit the effect the turn you play it, so even if Natsuki dies immediately, or the next turn, that's what I mean, then you can still benefit from her. And she's really good with the focus deck, because you can play like a bunch of candles, or other cheap minions with Thought Head. And if she does stay on the board, then of course you can draw even more cards. So let's enter. I think I will make a Hailstone. And I'll make all 4 of them. And yeah, I'm not using the Coral Cooks, like, at all. So, no, I don't want Suki. Not really good with our deck, because we are pretty good on card draw already. We are hitting our hand limit almost every fight. Or getting very close to it, at least. So, 2 Hailstones. Yeah. I don't think I need more. I want to keep the Aura Guards, and we don't need to have Hailstone as our column clear, because we can use our generated spells. Let's proceed. Can go left or right. Right, let's see what's on the left first. We got Shiverborn Shingles. Play 2 minions with guard, trigger 2 focus effects, play 2 frost spells, play 2 pyro spells. Not quite what our deck is doing. The only guard minion is that we have right now is the Froggy Boy, Brunborg. Why did I call him Brunswick? It's called Brunborg. Did they change the name at some point? Or did I confuse him with someone else? I just noticed. Huh, because I always call him Brunswick. Anyway, yeah, that's our only guard minion. This is mostly gonna be a job for the focus deck. Because the frog minion synergizes with focus minions. And we also have a focus mission. Frost spells and pyro spells we might be able to do. We always have 2 pyro spells we want to play, and we have a couple of frost spells. So let's go to the event node first. Making him proud. Yo, anyone in there? Oh, apologies, I was lost in thought. You gotta keep your head in the game. Can't go drifting off into La La Land right before a match. Yes, you're right. I was just thinking about the tournament. I want nothing more than to prove myself and show Master Rishu how valuable his mentorship has been in shaping me both as a person and a warrior. It's the least I can do to repay his steadfast kindness. Man, you really love the old Gramps, huh? Yes, he provided sanctuary for my family many years ago, after we were driven out of our village. It was then that I decided to follow in his footsteps and become a monk. I'd use his teaching to protect the weak, and do everything I could to prevent the same cruelty that affected my family from happening to anyone else. That's rough, pal. Sorry to hear you went through all that. Trust me, I know how mean the world can be. But let's be honest, you ain't gonna be able to save everyone. I know that, but I'll help anyone I may come across that requires it. Justice will prevail as long as I am capable of enjoying it. How noble of you. Justice ain't so black and white, you know. Who are you to know what's right and wrong? I would concede that point, but I feel like Seto would dispute it. Seems more in character. I am no arbiter of all that is good and bad in this world, but by relying on Master Risha's guidance, I am confident that I can make the right decisions. So, what about me? I swiped your map, and you don't even know half of the stuff I've done before we met. Am I due for some of this justice you're so keen about? You selflessly protected Nilmi, and I back in Finn Lockley when you had no reason to, and you're seeking to stop a terrible villain. In my eyes, those actions demonstrate who you truly are. Yeah, well, I've also busted out of prison more times than I can count, stolen more than my weight in silver, and staged a heist on the richest politician this side of the world. Well, I'm sure there was a reasonable explanation for all of those actions. All I'm saying is that things aren't always simple. Don't be so quick to hand out judgment of what's right and wrong without looking at the full picture. I'll be sure to consider this counsel, friend. Right, get some money. Oh, only 500 bucks. It's usually 1,000. Ooh. It's freezing. And it's some kind of curse. We are destroying some chakras to free him. And so that explains why we are not fighting the dragon, but this weird ice face thing. We open with 2 sous chefs. Very nice. I'll get rid of our 8-8. It's not a necessary win condition, so we don't need to hold it in hand, and we are not gonna be able to play it for a very long time. And I will keep the Hailstorm just so we have 1 frost spell in hand. Take the Place Fist. We are going first again. On this deck right now, I think I prefer going second, just so I can react to whatever our opponent is playing by killing it with a Blaze Fist. But I am fine with playing a sous chef. Let's get some fish. Let's see if we can get some spice as well. No, we got fish once again. Don't want to play the last sous chef, even though we could, because it's the only chef in hand right now. Okay, we kill the Shiver One Spine, and since it scorches the tile, we immediately kill the minion that's spawning underneath. We got fish and grain, so that's a spell, I believe. Yeah. So Oh, that's the wrong order. Well, maybe it's gonna be useful. Gonna hold on to my cards. Again, don't want to spend our last cook. And we can play the Blaze Fist. Now we can generate more fish. Getting kind of unlucky on all of our ingredient hits right now. Not liking that. Shiverborn Slime. So now we have spice and fish. Alright, so that is what we want. And it's fish first, then spice. And then we cook. And then we play it. What I like about this particular ingredient combo is it just chains off of itself, basically, because we get more cooks, which gets us more ingredients, so we can generate more of that that specific recipe and just keep on going. Not right now though, because we need another cook. The ideal way to do this is to get the zealous cook, because then we can choose what ingredients we're getting. We drew a silent spell. I actually like playing it right now, because then we are getting rid of the death rattle. So now this doesn't spawn another Shiver Shade, and the Shiver Shade doesn't deal extra damage. And I think we just have to hope to draw more cooks at this point. Spice, okay, perfect. So we can fish, we can spice, and I wonder if I can play the linguine on to that skillet. Interesting, we can. Again, it should be possible because of the fact that it is kind of just a normal minion. But, you know, since it's not something that we draw, or I don't know whether there might be some kind of special effect to prevent it. So, that actually makes the Aura Guard a lot better than I initially thought as well, because we can copy the sizzling skillets. Yeah. I really like this. So I think I'll put more of these in the deck then. Now we are drawing Itamai as well. So we can place a second sizzling skillet. Cook some more plump shrimps. Get the
Geomancer. And we don't have the silence spell, but I reckon we can probably just trigger our Blitz Burst a second time. Because we already have one lemon plum shrimp in hand, and our next cook is gonna make 2 more. Let's make a little bit of space in hand and protect our sizzling skillet as well. And damn, that's a lot of fish, gotta say. These all minions. Ooh. Yeah, 2 of these is almost a board clear. Thankfully, the Geomancer can take quite a bit of punishment. So now we just do this, and this, and this. I wonder if that loses summoning sickness, because it's only now able to attack, but it has been on the board for a turn already. So I guess we'll see how that works out. And we can keep making more plum shrimps. And now we can get a spell. Crane and fish. And yeah, it does attack immediately. I think we didn't get to play our 2 frost spells. Yeah, but we'll revisit this fight anyway. And we unlocked the Shiverborn slime. Yeah. So on death, summon a Shiver Shade, which on death again deals 2 frost damage to a random enemy. This one is alright, I think. It is basically on curve in terms of stats. 3 mana and 3 health if you count the Shiver Shade. And 3 damage, so with the extra effect of dealing frost damage. And there are also quite a few things that synergize with death effects in the frost deck. So not good on its own, but worthwhile in a context. Chill is gone, and talking about money, we are the Breakneck Bluefin. And somehow we keep running into our next opponent every time we dispel some curse or computer virus. So I guess he'll appear in the middle, right? Again? He does. I think that's gonna be it though for this episode. So goodbye and have fun.